Good morning. I'd like to quickly come to you this morning and give you a lesson. Matthew 14:25 through 31 is a reference point here at the beginning of this, and it's what the Bible says about what causes fear. So let's go ahead real quickly and read Matthew 14:28 through 31. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I. Be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? So right there we see doubt causes fear. But we also see a hint of how we can combat the fear and get it under control. As long as Peter kept his focus on Christ, he could do the impossible. But once he began walking by sight, fear gripped him under his control. He was no longer able to do the impossible. Even though fear is a natural human emotion, do we control it, or does it control us? Hebrews 3 verse 12 warns, Beware, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living God. We need to be on guard against unbelief. The author conjures up the picture of an enemy ready to pounce, advising us that we always need to be ready for its attack. We must face it and overcome it. This verse isn't talking about the normal unbelief, and its fruit of fear that all people have. For fearfulness is a common human condition, as our Creator God understands that doubts will creep in now and again. Rather, it speaks of a heart controlled by doubt, by unbelief leading to fear that can cause us to cut and run from the living God. That kind of heart will drag a person down, just as Peter's doubts dragged him down from the waters into the waters of Galilee. The central peril of unbelief is that it breaks the trust that is the basis of our relationship with God. We can see how this worked in Satan. God created him perfect, according to Ezekiel 28:15. Yet, somewhere along the line, he no longer believed that he was good and doubted that God had his best interests at heart. This doubt about God's love led to the fear that he would not get what he deserved. That fear, born of his unbelief and doubt, led to his rebellion, and the most glaring example yet